That was a hell of an episode. That was nothing short of epic. And I am just... I'm really happy right now. Can I just say I am loving the season? I remember last season I did love the season, but I did have my reservations. This season, even though things are going in ways I am not familiar with, which is good, you know, I do still want to be surprised, while I also want to enjoy the familiar elements of my favorite characters and the overall storyline, which I do still think, you know, is sort of paralleling to the original. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm really loving it. I was a bit blown away, and I was a bit blown away to see my favorite just kick so much butt. Nico is amazing. Seeing her just like jump out of nowhere, and she herself, a teenager, just actually killed Jonah after all that. I'm like, oh, I've never been prouder of my baby, honestly. I think with Carolina, I don't like how she's being right now. Like, okay, I understand she lost her father, but it's like a father she's known for 5 minutes. Exactly. Father who is a murdering psychopathic alien and wanted Nico as well as everyone else dead, and was willing to kill them all. Would have killed them all in a heartbeat if he had to. So the fact that she's behaving like this is kind of annoying, and I don't like the side of Carolina. She comes across as a bit bratty. I mean, she's a teenager, and you know, teens don't always think things through. I've been there. So hopefully she'll come to her senses, but I mean, surely she will understand that this was a necessary thing, and that Nico kind of had a right. He killed her sister. He killed an innocent girl. He very nearly killed her father as well. So, although I don't know if Nico's aware of that or not, but still. And again, seeing all the kids working together, using their powers, cooperating, working as a team. Honestly, that is a dream come true. That's pretty much all I wanted from season 1 to now. That's what I wanted. I just wanted to see them interact and just move as a living organism. That's a really stupid analogy, I'm sorry, but like, I just love their dynamic because they're all so different, and they all bring something different to the table. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this dynamic that's going on. But if this really is the death of Jonah, if this is really the end of that, what does that leave us with? Where do they go from here? Because we're only halfway through the season. What the hell happens next? Even the spaceship is destroyed. What were those orby flying things? Are they still alive? Are they going to be a thing? Because maybe it's like some kind of residue thing. Which also brings me to Zavin. Zavin! Does this mean that Zavin is no more? Like, ever? We're never going to see Zavin? Because that's kind of a cop-out and kind of shit, because Zavin is huge. And I love Zavin's storyline. I love Zavin as a character. I really, really do. I love everything that Zavin sort of represents. I don't want to go into too much detail about who Zavin is, but if you're interested, I highly recommend reading some of the earlier volumes of Runaways. I remember being, you know, a teenager, a young adult, and reading the comics, and I absolutely loved Zavin. I thought Zavin was really interesting and just a really unique character in every aspect. And I had been kind of hoping that they would introduce Zavin into the storyline. So if this is their way of saying, oh look, Zavin's in the ship, oh look, the ship blew up, oh there's no more Zavin, that's the end of Zavin, therefore we will never have Zavin on the show, that's kind of stink. That's kind of lame. I hope that's not the end of that. I think the Carolina and Zavin storyline is epic, and I'm not saying I don't want Denoro. I absolutely want Denoro, but I do still... It would have been cool to explore that sort of story arc of Zavin and Kay. Zevin and Carolina. And then, you know, somehow wrap that up and then bring it back to Denora. Or something. Or at least have Zevin there, you know? So yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm kind of sad. Like, Zevin just introduced for a split second and then erased from the story immediately. That character deserves better, I think, because it's a pretty epic character. Okay, that's what I've got so far. I'm just gonna dive straight into the next one.